Good morning, everyone. Good to see you. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I am joined by another friend from the same group that I know, Tammy Guler-Loeb, from last week's conversation. This is another woman who I kind of initially blindly reached out to for something else, and she so generously said yes. And as soon as we connected, I thought, oh my gosh, this is another woman I need in my life. So I'm thrilled to bring her to the camera. Let's get right to it. My friend, Marcie Mueller. Hi, Marcie.
Great to see you, Dana. Thank you so much for inviting me and wishing you all the best on your upcoming birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your time. I know you have had a crazy fall into the end of the calendar year. So thanks for making time for this.
It's a joy. Thank you.
Okay, Marcie, let's jump right in because I think you're going to have I think your answers are going to be as great as everybody else's have been. So, first question, what are some things that you knew before you turned 50 that have served you really well 50 and beyond?
Well, I think a couple, but one thing that comes to mind, and it's something I probably say a lot out loud as well, is that it's so important to recognize, and I do this with my arms all the time, what is inside our control and what is outside our control. And, I feel like, a great secret is figuring out where to funnel energy. And, I was thinking about being with you here today and I had led a big program in London and it was the morning of the event and the boxes hadn't arrived and they'd been held up in shipping in customs. And so you think about inside my control, outside my control. You could funnel all your energy you want on what's wrong with everybody else in the universe that I didn't get my materials. But under a short time frame, really, it's about where do I place my energy, electronic files, print shop, get it printed, get local resources, etc. And I think that same like very tactical example applies to so much in life is figuring out where do I want to put my energy. And it doesn't mean accepting, the world in a way like I'm a victim, but it is saying, faced with what I'm faced with right now, what's the most productive place to put my energy? And to me, that's the inside my control.
Wow. I'm so glad you gave a tactical example because that's a great representation of that sort of spiral right out of control moment where
Right.
not only then have you lost the ability to get those materials that you need in front of people, but you've wasted all that time on something you can't control, and you've missed the opportunity on the things you can control, which is to just reprint and start over.
Right. Yeah, right.
Wow.
And I think it applies to our personal life, to everywhere. I think we focus a lot of our energy ruminating or pushing against sometimes the wrong part of the puzzle. I'll share one more because I said I had two.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, and I think some of your other guests have said this, so I just want to say
I love the through lines that are showing up. That's been one of my favorite parts. So go ahead.
Yeah, I think it is. Maybe in my younger years, I had a plan. And the universe just laughs at those, don't they? But I think it's great. We would always say you are CEO of your career. You should have a plan. It's great to have a strategy. But I think the best parts of life come where you leave a little space for possibility and for that unexpected opportunity, the unexpected path. And I think that is something that I began to learn along the way of when do you hold tight to that thing you said you were going to do and when do you just take kind of an unexpected path. A quick example, but I work inside of a company now, but I had a private practice doing coaching and consulting for like 13 years. And very out of the blue, this opportunity came up. And I never thought I would move back into a corporate role. And it's turned out to be really a fabulous opportunity that's taken me in a whole different direction. So similar to some of your other guests, I think.
Yeah, but just another lens through which to look. I'm saying that oddly, but another lens to look at a similar recommendation, but I think you're so right. We can't have no plan. I mean, that's
Yeah,
kind of a weird way to go through life. You probably won't get
exactly.
very far with no plan. Nor can you say, I have one plan and like a map, there is no diverging off of it. If I hit a roadblock, then I'll just wait until the road is opened up. Well, that doesn't make any sense
No,
either.
it
We all
couldn't be.
have to we all have to sort of navigate the unexpected and create a little space for the joy that might come of the unexpected.
100%.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's fantastic.
And
All
I
right.
know you encourage people in your work, too, to find those sparks or those
Yeah.
unintended things. And so I think that's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, boy, I spent a lot of my life really regretting that I didn't get to pursue the thing I thought I was supposed to pursue.
That's right.
And if I look back, I can say, yeah, okay, so I didn't pursue that, but look what I did pursue, none of which I would have picked,
That's
all
right.
of which has been really, really enriching.
Uh-huh. I
Yeah.
love it.
Okay, Marcie, second question. What do you know now that you wish you could go back and tell your younger self?
Hmm. Um, I think a couple of things. One thing I know about me because we've known each other for a while, but my mom passed away at 52. And so as I edged into my 50s, I became really filled with with this gratitude, like with this real privilege and opportunity, an opportunity to have this job. And now, don't get me wrong, day to day is a grind. It can, things. I'm not saying everything is utopia, but I am saying I absolutely had a mind shift around. This year I had 2 children graduate from university and sat in the audience and thinking, this is an amazing privilege to be here. And
Yeah.
it's an amazing privilege to be able to do the work we do and to everything else. So one of the things I would say, just I learned along the way, is definitely gratitude. And as for tips for my younger self, as I have younger people in my family, this is real advice I give. So I'm going to give you 2 funny ones and then a real
Okay.
one. One is I told the young people in my family, and I wish somebody had told me, save early. You will
Oh,
not miss the $10 in your paycheck. My second one, a little funny, but you know me, Dana, wear a hat for the
oh,
sun,
avoid the
because
sun.
let me tell you, right? Okay, those are my funny ones, but this is my real one. Joy and learning. And I would tell my younger self, always find the joy, because sometimes I think we're moving so fast
Mm,
and good things happen and we have successes and we zoom right by them and dismiss them. And
mhm.
so I think we have to remember to find, in that moment, because good things will happen to us, savor them, find the joy. And then on the other side, learning. Our entire journey as a human is about evolving. So there's pain points and frustrations and setbacks and losses. And, instead of putting all of our energy on, I work for a difficult company, a difficult boss, this is a hard assignment, what's the learning in that? What am I
Mm.
learning from this? And what do I take forward? And, it's Carol Dweck, it's growth mindset. But if I could go back and tell my younger self, or things I tell my own kids, is don't miss the joy in the moments that exist. And don't put all your energy in the frustration part. Look for the takeaway, because those learnings are just how we evolve. You got to have them.
Yeah.
So those would be my tips.
Mm. I love all of those. Love them. Okay, last question. Tell us one or two of the most joyful aspects of your life since turning 50.
Hmm. I guess there are a lot, and I'm going to have to give you 2, because I feel as a whole person, I'm a work person and a home person. So to start out at home, I've had this opportunity to raise 2 amazing children who are now out in the world.
Mhm.
And there is something about moving kids into dorms but there is something different when you realize, like, they have a new permanent address and they're no longer on your health insurance. You're like, so it's just enormous joy to see the independence in these two young women that my husband and I have had the honor to raise. So without a doubt, it's been great fun watching them become independent. And so that's definitely joyful. You know, the other joyful thing that, you know, because we can't have coffee without it coming up, but I am really passionate about the work that I've had the chance to do around women in leadership. This has been a focus of some of my professional work, and I've developed a model for helping to grow and develop women. And I had to do a report this year that required me to go back and do some analysis. And I was really surprised to find out that I have led programs for women in 34 countries. And these are programs run by corporations that are looking to attract, retain, and develop the best female talent. And so as I kind of look at a joy, there could be nothing more joyful. It's only one portion of my professional work, but I tell my team our work is changing the trajectory of people's lives. And there could be nothing more, I don't know, fulfilling just to do work that you feel like makes a difference. You know, that's whatever that work is. My niche happens to be this little niche, but whoever is out there, it's finding that place where you get to do meaningful work. And so that's been two of my joys of being over 50. So thank you, Dana.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I will just say I had the really privileged opportunity to watch a presentation that you gave around women in leadership. Boy, it must have been in 2020, Marcie. And I just remember, well, I wrote about it. My takeaways from it were so deep because you are so smart and articulate and experienced, and yet you come across, because you are, as so approachable, so invested, so honest, so real.
Thank you.
You really amaze me. You amazed me the first day we talked, and that has never changed.
Oh.
I just can't imagine what you have done for women across the planet, Marcie, across the planet. It's amazing.
Well, I'll come here and get filled up by you any day, Dana. And you too, as all of your listeners know, but are doing such beautiful work to really spark people's the meaningfulness in their lives and living their lives with a lot of intention. So we make a good pair. That's what I'll say.
We do make a good pair. And I feel lucky that we connected because you are nowhere near North Dakota. You are in very, very tropical Florida. Lucky you.
I am. That's right. That's right. You can join us anytime. Get out of those snowbanks.
Yeah, I may need to. One of the very first conversations I ever had with Marcie, she was outside. We were in a raging blizzard and she was outside and it was beautiful and lush. And I thought, wow, some people live really different lives than I do.
Yes, indeed.
But we work where we work and we enjoy where we enjoy. Well, Marcie, thank you for saying yes to this and for sharing beautiful ideas. I will be thinking about these answers for a long time, and the image of what's in your control and what is outside of it. I believe that was sent to me today for a very specific reason, and it's going to be a visual that stays with me. And I know I'm not the only one. So thanks for that.
You're very welcome, and bravo and happy upcoming birthday, Dana.
Thanks, Marcie. We'll connect in the new year. Everybody else, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.
Take care.